What's up guys, Kiwi Bro here, back at you with another Call of Duty video. Now today, as you can tell, we have some Infinite Warfare on the screen and we're going to be looking at Infinite Warfare and was it really that bad of a game? And if it was, why or why not? So, firstly, if you didn't know, Infinite Warfare was developed by Infinity Ward. Yes, these are the creators of the very critically acclaimed Modern Warfare series. So you got Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, and the remaster as well. Infinite Warfare was the 13th installment in the Call of Duty series. It was released on November 4th, 2016. And it was based around the battle for the solar system. As you can tell by any gameplay you've seen, it is a lot more futuristic than any of the other Call of Duties. Even with Black Ops 3, it was still based on Earth, whereas this was based on space stations and other crazy out-of-it things. Now, on release of this game, if you bought certain packages, Digital Deluxe, or whatever pre-order packages it came with, the more expensive ones also came with Modern Warfare Remastered, which again wasn't very well received on release as well. They took such a great game and kind of butchered it, but that's not what we're talking about today. So, just a little fact to kick off this video. The announcement trailer for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare was the second most disliked video on YouTube. Now that is saying something for a Call of Duty game. One of the biggest game series in gaming getting the second most disliked video on YouTube. That has to say something about this game, and maybe it wasn't that great. But one thing that we do have to take into account is that with Call of Duty, bar the first 3 games, we've had 2 series. We have had Modern Warfare and we've had Black Ops. These are the heavy hitters of the Call of Duty series. These are the popular ones. Anything with Modern Warfare or Black Ops at the end of the game is going to do well. When a developer, in this case Infinity Ward, wants to go a step in a new direction and start a whole new series, and they hit us with Infinite Warfare, of course it's not going to get the reception that they want, because when they think Infinity Ward, they think Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 1 was a banger of a game. Modern Warfare 2 was by far, I think, the best Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 3, not my favourite, but was very, very big as well. And to go from such a prestigious series of video games to this game, I think just kind of blew people back a little bit. Now, in the first week, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare sold 1.8 million copies. So overall, it's not too bad. But in the overall sales, it sold down 50% compared to Black Ops 3. Now you take into account that Black Ops was already a well-established series in the Call of Duty community, and that no matter how good the game was, it was always going to be picked up a lot more than a new line. Then you've got to take that into account. Also, if we're talking about Infinite Warfare, we need to touch on Advanced Warfare. Now, personally, I didn't enjoy Advanced Warfare, but I didn't not enjoy it. I didn't really play it enough to have much of an opinion on it. I've spent most of my time playing Modern Warfare 2, and the Black Ops series. These are my favourite CODs, and to this day I will go back and play Modern Warfare 2 if I can get into a game online. Which is very, very difficult to not get one with hackers, but that's alright. Now, if we take away the Call of Duty community, we're a very harsh community. Now there's 2 split. There's a split down the middle of the Call of Duty community. There are the die-hard fans that will say nothing bad about Call of Duty, no matter how bad the game is, No matter how much dislike it gets, they will say it is still the bee's knees. You know, it's the best thing since sliced bread, no matter what the game is. And then there's the Call of Duty community on the other side, who are very, very critical of the game because they have started and followed the series for so long that they just have pure disappointment when a game like this comes out, or Advanced Warfare. Now, given the fact that this game wasn't very popular, the price of the game in the first 6 months dropped by 70%. In New Zealand, 6 months later the game was only $30. I think now you can pick it up for $20 if it's even sold anymore. That's got to go to show you something about it, that the game just wasn't really selling. There's always the first week hype, new Call of Duty, and then the videos come out on YouTube and the YouTubers say they don't like this game, let's go back to Black Ops 3, and that's when the sales go down. But fortunately for Infinity Ward, it was still the top selling game in the US in November of 2016. Now, given that that is a release month, that's probably not very hard achievement. I think in the first week it was in the top UK charts. Now, or any Call of Duty game I believe is going to be in the charts. It is Call of Duty, it holds that name, which means it gets bought. No matter how much it is, no matter all the free-to-play stuff that's coming out, people are still going to buy Call of Duty. They don't care about the money, they care about the game. Now, stunningly, this game was nominated for 3 awards. One was in the Game Critic Awards for Best Action Game. It did not win this, but it was nominated. Now, if you take away the fact, the disappointment of the Call of Duty community and being a Call of Duty game, if this was a standalone and we just called it Infinite Warfare, this would probably be perceived as a very, very good game. The art style is well done, the guns look magnificent, everything looks really well. It just didn't fit in with the suit of armor that Call of Duty holds. It also was nominated for 2 awards in the 15th Annual Visual Effects Society Awards, one for Outstanding Visual Effects in Real-Time Project, and one for Outstanding Animated Performance in a Real-Time Project. Now, by Real-Time Project, that basically means it's a project set in a relative future or in our present time. So within the next 5 years. Honestly, I don't see how this is set like this, but it often can be said that games like this and developers do have a bigger insight into our military and technology advancements than we do, simply because they've got the money to know. Now, it's not very far-fetched to say that we've got jetpacks. It's really not. It's just something that they might not want to show us because, you know, it's just the way it is. So, I've read you a lot of facts and numbers and talked about the difficulties this game had. Now, we're just going to sort of go into my personal opinion of the game. When it first came out, I didn't buy it. That was in a time that I wasn't really big on gaming. I just didn't have the time or the money to be doing it. There was other things more important to focus my life on. When I started getting into YouTube about 8 months ago, I started picking up this game because I have been trying to put together a video of Call of Duty through the ages, which is more easily said than done. I wanted to do it by playing each and every Call of Duty, which firstly I need to get a copy of, and it's very hard to get the first 3. I'm not going to digitally purchase them because I'm not paying $50 for the first Call of Duty. That is just fucking ridiculous. So it's something that I have been working on. So I've been trying to get clips and play this game. Now, first off, since of its lack of popularity, it was hard to get into a lobby. In the Oceanic server, I could only play Team Deathmatch, and there was only pretty much enough people on at that certain time to have one game which is unfortunate. But I am actually enjoying this game, and at the moment this is my daily shooter, simply because I'm trying to give it a second chance. You know, everything deserves a second chance, and Call of Duty has never done me wrong, and with the release of Black Ops 4 on the horizon, I kind of want to go back and pay homage to all of the games. So, my first off opinion when I first saw this game was, the campaign was cool, the multiplayer was trash, and the zombies was just out of this world excellent. Everything was different. If you took this game and made it a standalone title and not a Call of Duty, it would have gone through the roof. But anyway guys, I am your Kiwi bro, this has been Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and I am out. Peace.